MLB Network is your exclusive home for postseason baseball. It's Game 1 of the American League Division Series between the Cleveland Indians and the Toronto Blue Jays. Hi again, everybody. Matt Vasgersian welcoming you to our exclusive postseason coverage on MLB Network. With me is Harold Reynolds and Dan Plesac. And Dan, we'll start with you. This series has the feel of one that's about to get very interesting.
Well, here's a little comparison of these two teams. Looking at it earlier, to me, the story is all about the pitching. Both squads have some good arms, and the team that gets the best outings are probably going to come out on top.
The postseason is officially in full swing. Lineups and first pitch coming up next. Back now live as we count down to the start of Game 1. Let's join public address announcer Mike Carlucci.
And now, your Toronto Blue Jays.
Briefly now, we'll look at the two starters who get the ball here in Game 1. Now a moment here for the Indians starting lineup. Harold, what's the key for him against one of the best starters in the game?
Matt, have you seen this guy throw? Whew, he is electric. What do you got to do against him? I think you got to attack him early. He's just too overpowering. His stuff is electric. He's got one of those great power arms that we'll talk about for years to come. You got to take it to him before he takes it to you.
Leonardo Cedeno will do the pitching in front of the hometown crowd here in Game 1. What do we need to know here, HR?
Well, Matt, this guy's really struggled at the big league level. Look, his ERA is over 5 for his career. And honestly, I don't know how many more opportunities he's going to have to be a starter. This is a big game for him, and see if he can drive that ERA down and give his team a chance to win. Time now for a look at the majestic defensive alignment for the Blue Jays. And I'm looking in the outfield at Mallex Smith. The first thing I heard about this kid, steals bases. Then I saw him in person. He can fly. He can run with D. Gordon, Billy Hamilton. I put him in a race with all those guys, no problem. But what surprised me is how good a defender he is.
Standing in, Roberto Tejeda. And we are set for baseball here this evening. And a cold strike on the game's first pitch as we bring you this one here tonight. And this one's downstairs. It's a ball and a strike. Missed with the curveball there, and he falls behind a 2-1. Takes a knee-high fastball. 2 balls, 2 strikes, a crucial count for both pitcher and hitter. So, Dan, what was your approach on the mound in that count? Do you still pitch for the strikeout here?
I think one of the keys, Matt, you want to try to initiate contact. The one thing you don't want to do, you don't want to run the count to 3 balls and 2 strikes. Whatever you want to throw it over for a strike.
And he swings on top of one here and chops it foul right at home plate. The windup and the 0-1. Outside for a ball, 1-1. And there are our umpires for this one. Working the plate is Dave Lawrence.
Now, Matt, Dave Lawrence can remind you a lot of James Kingsley. He comes from that old school of you hit your spots, he's going to call it. He has a tendency to call one side of the play a little bit more than the other.
Called strike 2. Even at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Here's the pitch. Lifted in the air out towards left center. Williams is after it. 2 down.
Batting third.
Now to the plate, Frederick Martinez. First chance for him here in the top of the first with nobody on. First pitch coming. Here it is. Takes a fastball on the inside corner.
throws him with a high fastball there. We'll see if they try to climb the ladder even more on the next pitch.
And this is fouled back and out of play. Just getting started at the Rogers Center. Takes something off, but it's 1-2 now. Now a ball hit pretty well to the left, but this is going to wind up in the seats foul. And that misses 2-2.
Well, one thing about him, he's an absolute grinder at the plate. You can pretty much count on him battling at the plate every chance he gets.
He's clearly looking to hit off the fastball and adjust. That's a pretty good swing after seeing 2 fastballs now in a row.
Throws in on strike 3 for the final out of the inning. Down in order go the Tribe. And now the Blue Jays will get their initial shot. No score. With that, let's take a look at the Blue Jays starting lineup. What's this club need to focus on this evening, H?
Matt, this is going to be a pitcher's duel. I mean, both these guys have a chance to work deep in the game. They've shown they can do that. Runs are a premium. I think if you don't get them early, we may not see a lot of runs in this game at all.
Sonny Gray gets the call in hostile territory here for Game 1 of the Division Series. What do you have for us on him, H?
Well, Matt, he's got 5 pitches, and I mean, they're all good. He throws them for strikes. He dominates. He mixes speeds up. I asked him one day, what's your best pitch? And he told me all 5. Time for a look at the majestic defensive alignment for the Indians. And behind the plate, Yan Gomes, you know, he calls one of the best games in baseball. He's got a great pitching staff to work with. But the thing I like about him, he will throw to different bases, and he can only do that because he's got such good footwork.
Here's George Springer. He'll lead things off here in the bottom half of the first.
Leading off for Toronto, center fielder, George Springer.
To short, hit hard. Ramirez is up with it. Throw to first is in time for the first down.
Batting second.
At the plate, Bo Bichette.
Bo Bichette.
Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. And first pitch swinging as this is bounced on the ground towards short. Throws over to Konerko for out number 2.
Batting third.
And with 2 away now, let's give you a look at the big picture here. There you see the participants in this year's playoffs. Now at the plate, Kevin Biggio. First cuts for him here with the bases open and 2 away. Into the windup and the pitch. And this one's nowhere close as that bounces to the plate for ball 1. Bases are empty here with 2 men out. Oh, much too tardy on the fastball. 1-1.
I like that. Show him the curveball and then try to sneak that low 90s fastball by him. It's going to look faster coming off those breaking pitches.
That gets down and the inning continues. So the bottom of the inning is still alive after the 2-out base hit.
Well, a couple things with that base hit right there by the 3-hitter. One, he thought he was going to get out of this inning pretty easy. And now you put him in a stretch. The middle of this lineup is no joke. He can find himself in danger real quick.
So digging in now, Vladimir Guerrero. He gets a shot to hit here in the inning following the 2-out single.
Yeah, and that hit might not amount to much, but anytime you can extend an inning and give a guy with plenty of pop a chance to swing it, the outlook of an inning changes dramatically.
Throw on to Konerko will be in time, and the inning is over. We played an inning. No score here on MLB Network.